Hello and welcome to Crochet. Today I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to make this cutie little star in 2 different sizes. It takes barely any crochet knowledge, you just need to know some basic stitches and any beginner could make these. These are great for making little appliques, little keychains. You can do so many different things with cute little items like this. You can even turn it into a granny square. So for this you'll be needing any yarn of any color. Obviously a yellow or a gold yarn makes the most sense for a star. You're going to be needing your recommended hook size, so for this I'll be using a 5mm. We'll also need scissors and a tapestry needle. So to start this project, I'm going to be working with a magic circle or a magic ring, which is really easy to do. It just takes practice. It's one of those things that once you know how to do it, you'll be able to do it with your eyes closed. So what you want to do is you want to take the very end of your yarn and drape it over your palm like this. So then you want to take your working yarn, which is the side that's connected to your ball of yarn, and you want to wrap it around the back of your hand and around your index and middle finger, creating a little bit of a V shape with it because you're going to turn your hand and make an X on the front side here. So you can see here, we've got this piece of yarn crossing over this one, crossed there. And then you can hold your yarn with your pinky back here to keep it out of the way. Okay, I'll show you that one more time. So we're going to take our yarn, put the end of our yarn in our palm, the working yarn towards the back, wrap it around your middle and your index finger, and in the front we are going to cross it to make an X and hold it with our pinky. Then you can take your hook and you're going to go in between your fingers under the first piece of yarn and over the second and grab on to that second piece of yarn. So I always go with it facing up under that first one, over the second, and then flip it, grab on to the second piece of yarn and pull it out like this. Okay, I'll show you that one more time. So we'll go under here, over here, and grab on to that piece of yarn. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our wrist and just give it a quick turn of the hook so that the yarn wraps around the hook like that. Okay, very, very easy. I'll show you that one more time. So we'll go under, over, grab onto the yarn, pull it out, twist the hook so it wraps around, and then to finish it off, you're going to grab onto the working yarn and do a chain 1 to lock it in. And then you have your magic ring. And we're going to be working directly into that magic ring with half double crochet stitches. So a half double crochet, what you're going to do is you are going to wrap the yarn around your hook. So you can go under the yarn and then have your hook like this. Then we are going to go into that magic ring, and you can work over the end of the yarn as well. You'll still be able to pull on it, no big deal. We'll go into that ring, and then we can go under the yarn again, grab onto it, pull it up, and you'll see 3 loops here on your hook. Then you're going to take your hook, grab onto that yarn to pull through all 3 loops on your hook to make a half double crochet. And we're going to do that 10 times. Okay? So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into the magic ring, grab onto that yarn to pull up a loop for 3 loops on our hook, and then pull through all 3 loops. And we'll do that 10 times. So yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3. Yarn over, insert into the magic ring, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3. So that is 4 stitches there, so we'll do 6 more. There's number 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you'll have something like this, like a weird little smiley face shape. So we have 10 stitches here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And what you're going to do here is pull the end of your yarn, the one that is cut and not connected to anything, to tighten that magic circle. So you just pull on it so that it looks like this. Okay, so we're going to end this with a slip stitch into the first half double crochet. So to do this, we are going to stick our hook through the 2 V's that make up the top of the stitch, and then we are going to grab onto the yarn, and then pull that yarn through the loop that's on your hook, and then we have our first round. And from there, we're doing some pretty simple stuff. So we are going to start with a chain 3. So we're going to grab onto the yarn with our hook, and we are going to pull it through, and that is a chain 1, and we'll do that 3 times. So pull it through, chain 2, and chain 3. So we have 3 chains here on our hook, and we're going to start in the second chain from the hook. We don't want to work into this one because that would just be logistically difficult. So we're going to work a single crochet into this second stitch. So what you're going to do is insert your hook into that second stitch, pull up a loop. You'll have 2 loops on the hook there, and then we can yarn over and pull through 2. And then into the third stitch, the one at the bottom there, we're going to half double crochet, which is the stitch we did for all of these. So we will yarn over before we insert our hook, insert, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So we've got this little triangle shape here. And you can see the triangle shape on here is just made up of those 2 stitches and that chain. So now what we're going to do is we're going to skip the next stitch. So we're currently in this one. Okay, we're going to skip this one, and then in this stitch here we are going to slip stitch. So what's going to happen is it's going to skip the 1 stitch and it's going to make space for that point. So what we have is 10 half double crochet, and each point is going to take up 2, so there's enough room for all 5. So you can see here we have the chain 3, single crochet, half double crochet, skip this stitch, and then slip stitch into that next one. And then we're just going to repeat that process all the way around. So we'll chain 3, pull that yarn through 3 times, and then we'll single crochet, half double crochet. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, pull through, and do that again, but a half double crochet on the bottom. And then once again, we are going to skip this stitch and slip stitch into the next one. And we'll just repeat that 3 more times. So you can see here we have 2 of the 3 points, and we can chain 3, single crochet into the first one, and half double into the second one. Skip this stitch and slip into the next one. And we have 3. How cute. And we can just do that again. So chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. In that second stitch from the hook, we'll do a single, a half double in the third stitch from the hook, skip this stitch here and slip stitch into the next one. And we have 4, and then we'll do that one more time. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet in that first and half double in the last. So then we're going to skip this stitch and slip stitch into this one. And this is like a slip stitch from the round before, so it might be a little bit difficult, but we'll just slip stitch into there. And then we'll cut our yarn, pull out our string, and then we have our star. And what we need to do from here is weave in the ends. So what we're going to need for that is a tapestry needle, and that is this little guy here. These are nice because they have a bigger head, which is great for yarn, which means that they're really, really easy, very, very easy to thread. So we're going to start with the end that is in the magic circle, and we'll go over the bigger star in just a minute. It's a little bit different, but we're going to thread our needle. So all you need to do is stick it in that big hole, which is so nice because you don't have to really work that hard for it. And what we want to do to make sure that this magic circle does not come apart is weave the yarn through there again. Since this isn't a wearable, I would just weave it through once, but if it was something I was going to wear, I would weave it through once, lock it with a piece of yarn, and then go around in the other direction as well to make sure it's super secure. But we're just going to work into the middle of those stitches all the way around that magic circle to make sure that it doesn't come apart. Just going in the stitches. You might have to kind of wiggle it around a little bit until you find your way through, but that is not a big deal. And then we can go through the last little section. Woo. Been doing this for years and I still can't even do it. There we go. And then we'll just snip that off. Toss that little piece away. And then we have this one here. You can see pulling on that magic circle, it makes the circle nice and tight. And then we'll weave this stitch as well. And for this, what you're going to want to do, since we're stuck in the front here a little bit, we're going to want to weave into the back, but kind of, you can see the stitches here. You want to weave tightly into one of those so that it kind of pulls that section to the back a little bit. There we go. So you can see there, it pulled it back and made it have a better shape to it. But she's so cute. And then we can just weave around a little bit or even go back into that magic circle if you really want to make sure that your work is not going to come undone. And then we can go and snip that one, and there we have our tiny little star. So now I have 2 little stars. Gold star for you. But now we can do the bigger version because bigger is usually better. So for this one, we're also going to be working 10 half double crochet into a magic ring. So we can just go back to that beginning part of the video, but I'll come back once I'm done my first row and we can work on this next one together. So here we are after that first round. So we have 10 half double crochets into our magic circle. So now we're going to do increases to get this to 20 half double crochet. So we're going to place 2 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So what you're going to want to do is yarn over, insert your hook into where you just slip stitched, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and then do that again into that same space. And we're going to do 2 half double crochet in every stitch around. So we'll do 2 into the next stitch. So there's 1 and then 2. And the reason why you want to make sure that you're placing 2 is that you need to increase to make sure that your work stays flat. If we didn't do them in every single one, the work would start to curl and it wouldn't stay flat in the middle here. And that is very important. If you want to sew this to anything or have it hang, you want to make sure that it looks good and that it stays nice and flat. So you can see there we have 4 half double crochet. So we'll continue putting 2 in each of the stitches. 2 in that one. There's 8. We've got to get to 20. 9 and 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Number 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And we're going to want to slip stitch to the top of that first half double crochet, which is right here. So we're going to stick our hook underneath the 2 parts of that stitch and pull up a loop and pull through the loop on your hook. So then we have this larger circle, which will allow to make us a larger star. So from there, we're going to work essentially the same concept, just larger. So for this one, we're going to chain 4 for the third round. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we are going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So we've got the loop on the hook, the first chain, we're going to work into this second one. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through all 3. And to get that pointy shape, we need to increase the size of our stitch every time. So the next one will be a double and the third one will be a treble. So for the second one, we are going to yarn over, insert into the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So you can see it's getting that pointy shape because the stitches are growing. And for the final one, you're going to yarn over twice. So wrap the yarn around your stitch twice. So you've got 3 little pieces on your hook. Insert into that last chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. So you now have 4 loops on your hook. And then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over, pull through 3, 4, 3 loops on your hook. And you can see there you get that pointy shape. For this one, we are going to be skipping 3 stitches. So you can see this stitch here, right here, is where we're working out of. So we're going to skip this one, we're going to skip this one, and we're going to skip that one. And we're going to slip stitch into that 4th stitch. And there you have it. There is your first little point. So you can see we're just going to work that all the way around with each little point taking up 4 spaces. We have 5 points, so 4 times 5, that's 20 stitches around. It's beautiful. So we're going to go back and do a chain 4, 3 and 4. In that second chain from the hook, we'll place a half double crochet, yarn over, pull through all 3, double crochet in the next, so yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And in the last one, we will do 2 yarn overs, insert our hook, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, and then yarn over and pull through all of the stitches. So then from there, we will skip 3 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into the last one there, that 4th stitch, slip stitch, and we have our second point. And you can do that 3 more times to complete your star. And when you get to that last one, we'll just skip 1, 2, 3 stitches, and we're working into the same stitch where we started that other one. So it might be a little bit difficult because it is a slip stitch, but we'll just work into that one to finish our star. And then we will cut our yarn, and you can weave in your ends just like we did for the small one. And there you go. That is how easy it is to make these adorable little stars in 2 different sizes to add to pretty much any crochet project that you want. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more beginner crochet tutorials. I absolutely love sharing my favorite craft with all of you, and I really hope that you're enjoying it too. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time.